Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Vertical Slice. I'm Gareth, and today we shall be slicing into Train Simulator 2014. Now, Train Simulator, it's been going for a long while. It's now up to edition 2014. They updated it, I think, last week from 2013. So anyone who had Train Simulator 2013, you automatically got it upgraded to Train Simulator 2014. And what do you do in it? You drive trains. Yeah, that's big giveaway, I know. But Train Simulator is a mixture of extreme realism in that they want to go for as real a train experience as possible, and then kind of just do your own thing, be kind of carefree about it, and do whatever you want. So there are two modes of controlling stuff. You can do simple, so just drive the train, and expert controls, where the controls are as they would be in a real train, basically. There are a variety of missions depending on what route you have purchased. So with the game, you normally get 4 routes included. So I've got the London to Brighton line, the North East Corridor, Shoreham Hill, and the Isle of Wight line. And I think now they're selling, a random assortment. I mean, the really crazy thing about this game is how much extra content you could pay for. Oh, what have I done? Oh, I'm resuming one of the ones I'd gone into. Don't think I meant to press that. I meant to go back. They've got these snazzy new menus. This tooltip, total lie. The basic driving controls doesn't work. Oh, has the game jammed? Something seems to have happened. Yep, not responding. Well, oh, there we go. It's back again. Don't really want the game to crash. That would somewhat ruin the mood. Yeah, Train Simulator is a weird concept, and a weird game that isn't a game that is a game that swings and roundabouts. Bits of it I like, bits of it are just totally broken, just unusable, and I'll have to show you some of that. But there is enough in here to make it interesting. But yeah, having the tooltip saying, oh, here we are, God. So I totally forget how to do this. We're approaching Croydon East, 86 miles an hour. Oh, I'm in basic controls at the moment, so, but here's my train. We're on the London and Brighton line, approaching East Croydon, which is 9.5 miles away. So the main thing is you can go at a certain speed, but not faster than that speed. So 87 miles an hour is fine, but we will have to slow down here a little bit. So here's the main view you really want to be doing everything in. Oh, the train is buffeting around somewhat here. And yeah, it's, you can press some of the buttons, but it's not like Flight Simulator where you can press everything. So a lot of these buttons don't actually do anything. AWS reset, we don't want to press that. Signal is green. It's fine. A lot of this you use a lot more in the realistic things mode, but it is nice that they've done it all on, in high-res format. You can look at all this stuff in high resolution and look at the buzzer code over here, for example. Probably need to speed up a little bit more. So most missions are simply get to a place by a certain time. So we're due at Croydon East at 7:01. I think we're going to be late, really, looking at it. And then when you arrive, make sure your train pulls into the station with adequate, so that every carriage, the doors can open and the people can get on and off the train as they want. We're in a tunnel, so I can't look around, but there is it won't let me look at anything actually at the moment. We can turn on the lights. That makes no difference at all. We can turn on the... Yeah. Now you know it's a real train simulator when you can turn on the windscreen wiper. Okay, here we are now. We'll come out. So there are multiple views. You can look at it from outside the train, looking back. You can look on this side, cinematic view. Oh, so cinematic. Whoosh. You can look on it. What's that? That's the last carriage. See how the people are doing in there. You can look how it's like inside the carriage. So it's an empty train. We are really you know, a lot of people are wanting to come from London to Brighton today, or vice versa, they're coming from Brighton, I think. You can do the... Wow! Oh my god, what happened there? that was terrifying. You can do this view so that you look at it from above, like you're a plane following it. You can look at this, the coupling view, so to couple new carriages to it. And basically, yeah, all sorts of views to your heart's content of views to look at your train. We've got quite a long train here, actually, quite a lot of carriages. But none of this disguises the fact that, for the most part, Train Simulator is sitting in this cab, looking forward, and thinking, am I going at the right speed or not? And that is really the overwhelming thing of Train Simulator, is that it's a one-button game, in a way. You can either go forwards, or you can go backwards. You can either go fast, or you can go slow, but you can't change direction. You can't explore. There is no concept of exploring. We can look at the map. This is the map here of the route. We can center on us. Where are we? We're here, approaching. The next station is... that's Reedham. Yeah, I think that's Putney. I don't think... oh, Purley. We're not going to stop at Purley, I don't think. We're just going to go straight through. So let's go back. Getting a bit fast here. So, of course, we want to keep under the speed limit to make sure that we don't just derail. And then we could hit the emergency brake, but there's no point. And neither is there any point to release the pantograph, which is for electric trains. Oh, there's a train coming! Oh, let's honk the horn. That was the most ridiculous horn ever. Now it won't even work. There it is. That's not a good horn. Not a good one. The bell doesn't work. Oh, the bell does work. Again, that's a terrible bell. Yeah, so during these missions, they tend to populate the route with other trains that you know, can encounter. I think this is Purley that we're gonna whiz through here. Ooh. Stand clear of the platform. We're moving at 90 miles an hour. There are the passengers at Purley having a nice day. So, Train Simulator is difficult to recommend to anyone apart from people who actively like trains, really. You know, they try to jazz it up and give you more objectives and to give you, in some cases, even a story. But 9 times out of 10, you're driving a train. You know, you are just driving a train. And some people, that will be fantastic. That will be their... the Purley Oaks we're going through, that'll be their, you know, dream game, just to drive a train and to, you know, take passengers where they need to go. Sit in the carriage again. Yeah, it's very peaceful in here. Looking out at the badly rendered British countryside. The trains themselves seem perfectly well rendered. You know, these look pretty high-res trains. Oh, look at. Yeah, he's having a great time. He is having a superb time. That guy really enjoys his job as a train driver. Oh, we're getting quite close now, actually. We better slow down. I think we're coming into London as well. So let's slow down the train a little. It's 1.1 miles away, so maybe start to brake a little bit. We don't want to brake too fast, but we do want to make sure that we pull into the train with enough time. I think we're going to be late. Well, it says we're arriving on time. So hopefully we will arrive on time. Whoa. This game also runs pretty badly. You can turn up the graphics very high and the game gets marginally prettier, but you might want to turn the view distance down because it can really look bad. Oh god, we need to brake heavily. I was totally not paying attention. This is Croydon East. Okay, we're coming in. Those buses are stopped on the middle of a bridge for no reason. Brake, 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 brake. This is Croydon East. I think we're going to overshoot the platform. I think I did that very badly indeed. Oh, well, maybe not, maybe not. Train has surprising braking ability, actually. We're early. Let's pull forward all the way to the end of the platform. Oh dear, there's that frame rate I told you about. All the way to the end of the platform. Check the last carriage is coming into the... Yep, it's getting there. Keep pulling forward. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, train drivers themselves must find it really irritating that they have to keep pulling to the end of the platform, but you know, we want to make sure that the people on this last platform can get the doors open. Okay, I think that's far enough. Break. Open the doors! And there they come, the badly rendered people who float on the platform and have fun. The doors on this last carriage didn't even open. There's plenty of platform there. Why on earth didn't the doors open for a load of these platforms? Well, I don't know why the doors didn't open. Nicely rendered clock there. Please do not leave bags unattended. If it was really a real clock, it would actually display, you know, the next train to arrive. So we have to wait here now until the allotted time of our departure, which is 7:02. So the train will just sit here until that time. I could leave early, but you know, then it would fail me for leaving before people had time to, you know, get on board. Those people having a great time standing at Croydon East Station. All of these people actually just hanging around. Two identical twin sisters there, wearing the same clothing. Again, it's been their dream to just come and stand motionless at Croydon East on an afternoon. Okay, there we go. So the trains, we can move. Doors have closed. Time to go. Clapham Junction is our next stop in 7.8 miles. I think I might change route because the route from London to Brighton is fine, but it's not. It has quite a lot of gaps, and there's no actual plot to this apart from you're running the commuter service between London and Brighton. We're booking now. So they do a relatively good job. I think all the stations themselves are rendered well, and you know the train, the actual track layouts are rendered very well as well. And as I said, you can't fault the actual graphics on the locomotives. I mean, that looks like a we are bound for London Victoria. That is true. You know, that looks like a British rail train, or a current rail train, I should say. You know, they're not particularly thrilling, but that is what they look like. You know, I think these are diesel trains. The line from most of the British rail infrastructure is not electrified. We're going to go through here. Something else. Let's change routes, I think, because I jumped into this route accidentally. Could crash. We'll end with us crashing. We're speeding now, so we'll jump out of that. Let's go. Let's quit that. Go and start something else. So let's return to the scenario list. So I was saying that, yeah, this game is partially broken, as I will show you now by trying to play the tutorial. So it gives you these two tutorials, driving simple controls. If you try to play it, this happens, where it just says, no, can't do that, because you don't have certain load vehicles. And so then it's just, nope, can't do it at all. Although this is the first time that the actual test track area has loaded. Previously to that, it never does anything. So that just doesn't work at the moment. If I try to play any of the Isle of Wight scenarios, they don't work either. So, you know, it's just kind of broken in a way. The career missions can be super long. So as you can see, let's go back and yeah, we are in expert mode. So you can see we have some here 100-minute missions. Let's try this one. I did this one before on simple controls and it didn't award me with a tick, but as you can see from that one, I got the tick there from doing that. Yeah, let's go for that. So no, not resume. We want to resume. Well, no. Let's start from the beginning. No. So this one, we're driving a American Union Pacific track. What am I saying? It's a haulage one. It's called rail freight train. Super long. You can't even see the end of the train because it's that long. And the thing that amazed me most about this was that trains in America have to go at ridiculously slow speeds. The speed limit is like 40 miles an hour for a lot of this route, which is crazy. You've got this massive country where the lines are dead straight and yet you can only travel at 40 miles an hour. What's the point of hauling it by rail if you can't go fast, you know? So they have jazzed up. I think all of these menus are the newest thing in Train Simulator 2014. Everything about the actual game is just being made to look slightly prettier. But apart from that, it's pretty similar to the old game, and it's still a massive sink of money if you want it to be. So I got this on a super deal where it was like, I don't know, £3.75 or something for the whole game, for the base game, and then I was upgraded to 2014. Oh, here we are. You'll be running this auto-track train all the way to Cheyenne with Tom. Whoa, it's loud. There's big talk of a storm coming. You might make it to Cheyenne before it hits. Some of your waypoints are timetable, trying to meet your train. Okay, right, so... dispatch, hang fire just a moment. Okay, I'll keep you updated if the storm hits. So it's amber. So here we are in our big, massive American locomotive. Look at how long our train is. I think we still have to wait. I think that's why it's amber over here. It's noisy though. Very noisy. That's good. How long do we have to sit here for? Has the line been cleared yet? Oh, it's green. Okay. Let's go. All the way in forward. All the way for moving the train, or 50%. So it takes a long time for the... even though we have 3 gigantic locomotives, it takes a long time for them to build up enough RPM to actually start moving because they're so ridiculously heavy. I think we have to turn this down. It's too noisy. Where's the options? There are no sound options? That's ridiculous. You have to quit out of the game to get to sound options? Oh, well, I'm not... Let's just continue then and look at it. Look at it from in here. Just try and ignore how loud this is. Are we moving? We're still not moving. All the way to 100 then. Let's get going. That man is tiny. Is this train going to move? Are we on brakes? Are the brakes enabled? Oh yeah, I think the brake... Unenable the brakes. What? Let's get... I think my train is going to explode. Oh, that. Release. Okay. Are we moving now? Yes, there we go. Haven't played this train in advanced mode, so I don't know the controls. Oh, that's... I don't even know what we're looking at there. That's a bit better. This is the nice and quiet back here at the end of the train. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. There's our massive freight train pulling out of... We have to go via Laramie, Main East. 55 miles an hour in the siding area. So... try to go up to that. Let's just go too fast. I want to see if this train can actually be derailed, because this train is so gigantic that I would think it would be impossible to derail it. Union Pacific. Whoa, building America. Ooh, frame rate. Despite the fact that there's nothing in this, apart from some buildings, the frame rate really chugs. Let's sound the horn. Oh, speeding, damn. You see I'm getting penalised points for the longer I speed, and... wow, I'm really losing points now. Just slow down! Fine, I'll engage the brake. There, we're not speeding anymore. Happy now? Wait, we're still speeding 40 miles an hour. You see, we're just going around this bend. It's not even that big a bend that we're going around. We have to be 40 miles an hour. Fine, brake. There. There, not speeding. All this talk of storms, there's barely a breeze of a cloud in the sky. I believe I see it. It says Tom, my invisible partner, who would be sitting over there. If I jump to the alternative view. This is Tom saying this. Tom has a view back down the train. Oh, we're speeding again. Slow down, slow down. See, dead straight line. 40 miles an hour. I really don't understand it. I suppose the end of the train is still going round that bend, so it has to make sure it has enough time to get around the bend. Let's release the brake, up the speed a bit. So, where are we? We've just left. Is that us? No, where are we? Ooh, we're over here. We've just left Laramie main depot, and we are now heading towards somewhere over here. It's a long route, this one. That's the finale, I think. Cheyenne. Center on us. There we go. And still at a mind-numbingly boring, 40 miles an hour down this ultra street piece of track. So we are now going to open it up. We're a massive locomotive. We have to get there on time. Doesn't matter if we get penalised for points, which it will now start doing constantly. We want to get there on time. We've got plenty of fuel. Look, how many gallons have we got? It doesn't even say. 4,991 gallons. Cinematic view. Yeah, the speeding locomotive. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. Ooh, even a Doppler shift there. And there's the bell, just to warn people. We're a train, and we're coming. I'm not surprised it needs 3 locomotives to pull this thing, because it's so gigantic that... Let's turn off that bell. It's so gigantic that it needs that many things to haul. Once again, though, I'm struck by the impossible situation that now the train is going, there's nothing else to do apart from turn that on and turn that off, and maybe, you know, turn on the lights, turn off the lights. That's it. Look at these instruction panels over here, which are not incredibly low res, but quite low res. Wow, we're losing a lot of points. What are we up to now? 55 miles an hour, we're cooking. Evolution Series locomotive. Evolution Series? Let's look out the window. Here we are on the side plate. Between the trains. Oh, where? Oh, this is at the front. This is standing right on the front plate. Looking forward. Oh, that's a nice sense of speed there. Can't look that way though. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Alright, bend. Are we going to be thrown off? Is it going to not like going around this bend? At 60 miles an hour? No, it's fine with it, unsurprising. Because of course, I really don't know why the train could only go at 40. It can easily go faster than that. Well, we're going to go through a crossing. There we go. Such excitement. So at the back of the train. So to conclude, I think Train Simulator has its strengths, but it definitely has its weaknesses. Among them being, it breaks constantly. It doesn't look particularly pretty, apart from if you like looking at, you know, trains. If you like looking at train carriages, they're also quite pretty. It can only really be recommended to people who adore trains and nothing else. You know, if your idea of a good time is to sit in front of a box, sit in front of this, looking ahead, straight ahead, for an hour or so, and doing not much else apart from moving this lever up and down, then this is the game for you. But other than that, difficult to recommend wholeheartedly. This train isn't going to derail, is it? It's just not. It's not going to happen. I should have picked a faster one. Not on this line. There's no way of us go. Look at how many points we're losing. 35,000 points for speeding. Who's driving the train here? Oh, there are two of them from outside. A bald guy and a non-bald guy. And the bald guy is significantly shorter than the other guy. So, that's Train Simulator. That's Train Simulator. I'll just show you, finally, since this isn't going to derail and we won't have an exciting derail at the end of this, show you the craziness of the in-game store of, look at that. Speeding. Ah! It's even getting trouble of loading at 78 points. And it goes up in terms of how much it kind of like calculates it above. If you speed for longer, suddenly it gets multiplied. That is crazy. 898 XP. Oh no, 0 XP gained. So I did that really well. Let's go back to the list. So yeah, there is a crazy in-game store where you can go to main menu, store, and then they have all these bits of incredibly expensive DLC. So the Rascal and Cottonwood route, $14.99. Where's Rascal and Cottonwood? Fictional Northeastern American town. It's not even real. $14.99. And what's something else featured? The Great London Eastern Main Line, London to Ipswich. $24.99. That's the price of a game for one line. Yeah. Yeah. I can't recommend buying any DLC for Train Simulator. If you love trains, and if you see it on a cheap price, it's worth 5 minutes of your time. Or 10 minutes. Yeah, it's worth a few hours to fool around on some trains. You can build routes. That's a cool thing, you know. With the routes you've got, you can then go along and redesign them, add stuff, remove stuff and stuff. But yeah, it's difficult to recommend to people unless you have a lot of money on your hands, which you want to spend randomly, or you draw trains. If you draw trains, definitely get it. But yeah, that's Train Simulator. I will see you next time. It's now coming up to 4 o'clock. You can put on a cup of tea and watch something else. Not me anymore. But I will see you next time when we slice into something else.